Yo, what up and welcome to the channel. I'm the Shotgun Shogun and this is another Training Grounds. Today we're going to be talking about 3-star artifacts that you probably turned into dust because, well, 3 stars are bad, aren't they? No, they're not actually, and I'm going to tell you why that you should save them and which ones to lock in, how you're going to use them in what situations. As you can see above, I have 3 plus 30 Ranan's Memorandums. A lot of people don't even know what Ranan's Memorandum does, but today we're going to be talking about these because I see a lot of people that don't have a bunch of Daydream Jokers, they don't have Tonfas, they don't have Memorandums, they don't have a lot of the 3-star artifacts that are just really, really important. Daydream Joker is probably going to be one of the most important artifacts on your account. But let's go top down, right? Ranan's Memorandum. Now, this is going to increase your speed by 2% after attacking. This can stack up to 10 times. Now, one of the big things with this is that speed is based off of your max speed after all of your gear. So let's say you have 200 speed. Let's say you get 10 turns in, which realistically you would want to use this on units that you're going to not cleave with because you're going to be one and done, not hey, 10 turns in. But characters like Cerise, Falconeer, Quarry, characters that get, very fast turn cycling are going to benefit greatly out of this. But you would get 20% of that. So you would be getting another 40 speed. So you would be effectively 240 speed after 10 turns, which means that if you're going the distance on a stall team, then you're going to be exponentially getting faster and you're going to be even more oppressive. For characters like a Cerise, like a Falconeer, Quarry, like Captain Ricorous, this is going to be very, very disgusting. I absolutely love this artifact. Not only that, but I mean, 200 speed isn't the fastest. If I had this on a 295 Cerise, and I mean, that's some speed. That was a speedy girl. So one of the other things you're going to want to keep around is a Cursed Compass, and why this is going to be actually good for cleave teams, because this is going to increase your effectiveness by, I forget how much it is, but this is going to increase your effectiveness at the beginning. I think it's 50% for the first turn. Now, you're going to really want that because you're going to want to be able to land those debuffs, whether it's a Basar, whether it's a Tywin, whatever it is. You're going to want to land those debuffs, and this is going to be the artifact that is going to be able to do that on the cheap. So this is a good one to keep that around for when you need to debuff people on cleave. Now you will see that I have some locked. I try to keep one of absolutely everything. Egg of Delusion is going to be really good, especially if you're getting into like Wyvern, where you need a tank that's going to be able to tank some hits, because this is going to be able to increase your defense when your health is above 50%. So this is going to help with that damage mitigation. Daydream Joker. Now, as you can see, I've got 4 and I'm working on a 5th one so that I do not have to take it off of any of my hunt characters. This is going to increase your damage dealt by 3% of the enemy's max health when attacking. Now, if you're in PvP, that's not much. That's not going to be that great. But when you are attacking and doing hunts, when you're doing raids, when you're doing PvE content, this is going to be the hands down best artifact that you can put on anybody, any of your DPS that is, because this is going to scale off of the enemy's health. And when it's a hunt boss, that extra damage that they're going to be doing is going to be astronomical. This stacks very well with critical hit damage because this damage is outside of the normal damage calc. So it's going to be like attack plus your modifier plus Daydream Joker times critical hit damage. So one of the things is, if you're using this, you want to stack as much critical hit damage as possible to really benefit off of the health damage that comes from Daydream Joker. This is core in any hunt team. Any of your DPS and hunt team should be using a Daydream Joker. Get 4, get 5. Just, you're gonna need it so that you don't swap it around a ton. Envoy's Pipe is going to be very similar to your Egg of Delusion for hunts. Whoever is tanking Wyvern 13 can use this if you want that damage mitigation. This is going to reduce the damage that you take by 20% when you have less than 50% health. So a little bit different, flips around on the side. It's good for damage mitigation. Timeless Anchor, get 1, get 2 of them. They're real good, better than Crimson Seed. has a 50% chance at max to dispel one debuff when attacked. This is going to be core on any of your counterattack bruisers, your Apocalypse Ravis, most notably. Very, very strong on her. Oath Key, probably only going to need one of them, but this is going to be how you're going to counter Moonlight Dreamblade Arbiter Vildreds, right? Because you're going to get an increased 20% chance to hit. Now, you can also use this on characters you want to bypass elemental disadvantage. So there is going to be that, or at least bypass elemental disadvantage just a little bit, right? So you are going to want to use this when you're using it on characters like Specimen Says in order to kill an Arbiter Vildred or a Sigret when you gotta land that, because otherwise you're going to have 20% chance for Moonlight Dreamblade to just completely screw you over. I would say just one is good. One is good of those. So those are some of the 3-star artifacts that you're going to want to use. Some other notable ones is Labyrinth Cube, and this is going to be a percent chance, I believe it's 15, maybe 20% chance, I think it's 20% chance at max, to increase the combat readiness of the caster by 15% at the end of the enemy's turn. Now, this can be very, very strong if you get that, because it can allow you to cut in front of them and just kind of disrupt them. Personally, I use this on the likes of Harado whenever I run him, just because it does give you that chance to just really screw up their whole plan. You also have Atmos Portal. This is going to be not that great. It's going to be good if you're running things like in a raid or something like that. If this was at the beginning of the turn, completely different, but it's at the beginning of the battle. Wouldn't suggest getting it or investing in it. Prophetic Candlestick is going to be really, really good as well, and this is going to give you a 40% chance to reduce cooldown by 1 turn when attacked. You can run this on like an Angelica who is tanking Wyvern 13, or an Amomo that's tanking Wyvern 13, in order to cool down those heals a lot faster. Not only that, you can use this in PvP because they're going to be attacking your Soul Weaver, and this is going to reduce the cooldowns. Going to help you just heal a lot more. So those are a lot of the artifacts, the 3-star artifacts that I think are very, very strong. Grail of Blood for memes, right? I want to run it on a Gunther, but make sure that you are always keeping Daydream Jokers. Until you have like 4 maxed out ones, don't dust a Daydream Joker. But realistically, with all artifacts, you should probably keep 1 maxed out copy just in case. Who knows, right? Especially anything 4 and 5-star. 4 and 5-star. Now you will see I don't have any Exorcist Tonfas. That's because I got rid of them because I have Portraits of Saviors, which is basically the same thing. I can go show you that, because if you're a newer player and you didn't have access to that, these Exorcist Tonfas are going to be very important as well. So we're going to come down here. Let's find ourselves an Exorcist Tonfa. So this is going to increase damage dealt by 16% when the enemy's health is 50% or more. Very, very strong. I would have a couple copies of this, especially if you are going to be cleaving. This is going to be extra damage that you are 100% going to need. I completely forgot about that because, like I said, I have Portraits of the Saviors, which is the upgraded version of that. So other than that, I think that all of the rest of these artifacts are kind of hot doo-doo. So I wouldn't worry too much about the rest of these. Somebody's going to come in and be like, no, bro, you don't understand. I use Sword of the Morning on the regular. But with that aside, those, like I said, were 5 more. Now that was more than 5. These are my artifacts, my 3-star artifacts that you should use and keep and level up because they're strong and important, and you should just not get rid of things just because they're 3 stars. But with that said, I'm Shotgun Shogun, and if you haven't yet and you want to subscribe, share this out, join the Patreon, helps out the channel, or just always stick around for more. And if you know somebody who is a smooth brain and doesn't think that 3-star artifacts are good, show them this video and then tell them that they're wrong. But anyways, I appreciate it, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Take it easy, homies. Peace.
crack it.